Hello, butterfly. Welcome to Butterfly Dreams. I am Stephanie. Welcome, welcome. I am so glad that you are here. For a long time, I thought healing was about fixing the past, about understanding what happened, about revisiting memories, naming wounds, and finally figuring myself out. And while that work mattered, it wasn't what actually changed my life. What changed everything was something quieter, something more fundamental. Self-concept. Not affirmations, not positive thinking, but the story I carried, often unconsciously, about who I was, what I deserved, and what felt normal to receive. Today, I want to share what years of healing childhood trauma taught me about self-concept and why I now believe it may be the most sacred thing we can tend to. Self-concept is not who you wish you were. It's who your nervous system believes you are. It's the quiet baseline that says, this is safe for me. This is too much. This is normal. This is not for people like me. Long before we have conscious beliefs, we absorb information through tone, presence, absence, and emotional safety. As children, we don't ask, is this true? We ask, who do I need to be to belong? And from that question, self-concept forms. Not as a thought, but as a felt sense of self. When childhood trauma is present, whether through neglect, emotional inconsistency, control, instability, or abuse, the wound is rarely, I am unsafe. More often, it becomes, something is wrong with me. My needs are too much. Love must be earned. I have to adapt to survive. That becomes the internal operating system. So even as adults, we overgive, we self-abandon, we stay in situations that mirror the familiar. We confuse intensity with connection. Not because we want pain, but because our self-concept hasn't yet updated. Here's something healing taught me that changed everything. Beliefs don't magically create reality. They filter our experience of it. Your self-concept determines what you notice, what you allow, what you pursue, what you tolerate, and what you recover from. Two people can live in the same world and have radically different lives because reality meets us at the level of our self-concept. That's why surface level change doesn't last and why insight alone isn't enough. The nervous system must feel new normal. I now see self-concept as sacred because it's where meaning is assigned. It's the internal altar where we decide, am I worthy of rest? Am I allowed to take up space? Is ease available to me? Is my inner world valuable? When self-concept heals, life softens. Not because nothing hard happens, but because we no longer interpret everything as proof of unworthiness. And this is why it's so important to teach self-concept early. Children don't need to be perfect. They need to feel seen, safe, allowed, expressed. This is why art matters, why creativity matters, why play is not optional. Art says, my inner world has value. And that message rewires self-concept at a deep level. The most surprising thing healing taught me is this. Healing is not about becoming someone better. It's about remembering who you were before the world taught you to shrink, perform, or disappear. Self-concept heals when we tell the truth gently. We choose environments that feel safe. We allow rest without guilt. We create without needing permission. This is slow work, sacred work, and it changes everything. If you're on a healing path and feel frustrated, if you've done all the work and still feel stuck, it may not be because you're broken. It may be because your self-concept is asking to be tended, not forced. You don't need to force transformation. You need safety, creativity, and compassion. And from that place, reality begins to meet you differently. Thank you for being here, Butterfly. If this resonated, you're not alone, and you're not late. If this video felt regulating to your nervous system, you're welcome to like and subscribe. That's how this little corner stays gentle and alive. Fly free. I love you.